I'm going to call this regular board meeting of the Board of Police Commissioners to order. Roll call, Commissioner Williams.
Here.
Commissioner Martinez. You're muted, guys. Your mic shut off.
There we go.
There he
Here.
goes. Okay, Commissioner Martinez is here. Commissioner Ferguson
Here.
and Commissioner Roach. For the record, we have a quorum. We will start with the acceptance of the minutes from the regular board meeting that was held November 18th. Does anybody have any questions, additions, subtractions? Hearing none, entertain a motion to accept those minutes.
So move.
It's been moved by Commissioner Williams. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by the two gentlemen. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any
Aye.
opposed? Okay. Also the acceptance of the minutes of the special board meeting, which was held on December 2nd. Any questions, additions, subtractions? If not, I'll entertain a motion to accept.
Aye.
It's been moved by Commissioner Martinez, I believe. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Ferguson. All those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, those minutes are accepted. Well, starting with the reports, Chief of Police, who is not with us this evening, and Assistant Chief Capozzi was having difficulty connecting. I think the main the message is that the new class is scheduled to be sworn in on January 22nd. And I'm sorry, Lieutenant Lyons, is it 26 recruits at this point?
Yes, sir. 26 recruits. And I just want to point out that Commissioner Lyons is also here.
Yeah, and for the record, Commissioner Lyons has joined us. And Assistant Chief Capozzi is going to continue to try to join us. But meanwhile, we have the union president with us, Mike Salamone. And with that, I'll turn it over to him.
Thanks for having me.
Yep.
I'm just want to let you guys know that the PD's in shambles right now. People are leaving. Looks like we're going to have another assistant chief leaving. We lost Kudo. There's no morale here. I'm doing everything I can to try to restore what we once had here. There's discrepancies and disparities in discipline. Who's getting what as far as specialized units. It's a complete disaster. I brought all this stuff to the mayor's office for the last, I don't know, 2 years. So basically why I'm here is I'm looking for some help. And unfortunately, the police commissioners, the board only sees some of the negative when we get complaints. And, you know, the morale is so low that it's spilling into some of the behaviors and stuff that we're doing. And I'm not using that as an excuse. I'm just letting you guys know that it's very bad. I've been here 17 and a half years. This is the worst I've ever seen it. The writing's on the wall with people leaving. You know, 2 of the last 3 assistant chiefs. I mean, somebody needs to help us out here. And like I said, that's the message I'm trying to get across. No one in the mayor's office has done anything. There's over 20 CHROs. I've brought all this stuff forward. I put it in the newspapers. I don't know where else to go or where else to do anymore. You know, like I said, I'm looking for help from somewhere.
Does anybody have any questions or comments for the union president?
I have a comment. You stated that it's been 2 years that it's been in shambles, but this is the first time you're bringing it to our attention.
Yes, I brought it to the city attorneys. I brought it to uh, labor relations, the mayor himself, Mr. Dan Shamus. Um, I think you guys follow the paper. You see, we had a vote of no confidence. Was 152 to 27. That's unheard of. That has never been done before. Those drastic numbers. Um, I mean, I think it was out there. I put an article in the paper. But yeah, this is the first time I'm coming to you guys per se. So I mean, I don't know if you guys can help us out. What can be done anymore? I don't know if I'm losing you guys here.
Yeah, you're still there. You're spinning around a little bit, but you're still there.
Hey, DJing.
Yeah. So, well, I'm
Okay.
getting phone calls are coming through, and
Yeah, no, I get it.
Mhm.
Mike, is there anything, anything specific?
Right. That's
that
what that was going to be my next
you're-
question, like
that
a
you're
list of.
requesting from the board? Anything specific as far as, an issue? Is there something specific you wanna bring in front of the board, or you wanna reserve that right to have the opportunity to do that at a subsequent meeting?
oh, I mean, I brought some up to you, the disparities in discipline. There's heavy favoritism. Um, People aren't getting things. If they filed a CHRO against the chief, they're you know they're outcasted. Um, there's a lot. You guys really have to look into what's going on. I mean, I could sit down and have a meeting with you guys off the record and go over some of this stuff, but it's out there. Some of our members have been coming forward. I have a lot dumped on my plate. It's too much to handle. It's just it's spiraled out of control, and to the point where I just don't know where to turn to anymore. The city is well aware of what's going on. So I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot. The CHROs are massive. Everything is there.
Okay. Any other questions, comments?
I have a question. They
Yep.
say that we lost 3 assistant police chiefs. Why are they leaving for a better job? They did their time, or why are they leaving?
Well,
Commissioner Ferguson is fairly new. I don't think he was on the board with the situation with our first our first assistant chief, who had some issues with his pension and the ability for him to go back to work for the department. And we're possibly could be losing Assistant Chief Grech, which we'll know for sure relatively soon.
so yeah, part of that is true. Uh, Assistant Chief Kudo, he left. That was just part of the reason. He left because he wasn't getting along with Chief Porter. Same thing's happening with Chief Grech. Um, so this was all brought to the mayor's office by both Kudo and Grech. So it wasn't just the pension with Kudo, because he said he would have stayed. So, like
Okay.
I said, we keep bringing these things forward, and maybe you guys don't know exactly everything that's going on, but it has been, and I have it all documented, and so do others. I've had meetings with the mayor and Mr. Shamus. I've sent email after email after email. Now the state is getting involved with the CHROs. It's out of control. It really is that this many people are leaving. Officers are going in other departments now. You'll see that coming up soon. They're in the process of leaving. It's not pleasurable working here anymore. and it's all under one person. And I'm just being honest with you. And I've taken a lot of punches for being forthcoming, and I'm sure there's going to be more. But I have to stick up for my members. That's what I took this job for, and I'm just calling it how it is. It's the truth.
And all due respect, to you, Union President Mike, when you're having these meetings, have you ever thought to include Commissioner Roach in these meetings so that we could be aware of these things and not to the point where we're at the last straw and we're like, okay, how do we fix this when we could have been in the know in the beginning? You said 2 years ago. Have you ever thought about when you're meeting with the mayor to bring in the president of the chief, of the commission?
Yeah,
The police commission.
I did send Mr. Roach some emails. After the vote, he made a comment that he supports Chief Porter, so I figured that's kind of when I stopped with, because I'm not going to get anywhere with that. I'm just being honest here. So
Right,
I,
but I understand your position and I understand what you're saying, but if a person, I can say I support, anyone, but if it is the duty of the president of the police commissioner, to be in the know, whether he supports Mike or whether he supports Sally, I feel, he should still be invited to the table so that that information can come back to us where, all the commissioners would be in the know, not just one.
no, I get it. And like I said, it's not a secret. It's been all over the news.
Well, I'll
Anytime
be
you,
honest with you, I'm not a news person when it comes to the papers and things when I was in school. So a lot of that is I rely on information being filtered down to the police commissioners. Thank you.
somebody muted me here. Let me see.
No, you're still on, Mike. I mean, feel free. I know we don't get a chance to speak that often. A couple of times you've been supportive on certain issues, and that's always been appreciated. And I have known, and I made it known that I was supporting the chief on certain occasions. There's been some good things happening in the department, which credit belongs to every member of the department. Our crime stats are in pretty good shape, and trending downward consistently and all that kind of good stuff. But my door's always open, Mike. I'm sure you realize that. I know that we ran into each other and spoke recently over the phone on a matter, but ran into each other at the Christmas party at 999 Broad Street. And I've always felt that you were a person that I personally could talk to, and I'm assuming that's the same. You have the same feelings for me as well. With that having been said, though, I just feel free to reach out of anything in any type of documentation you may have that you want to forward to myself or forward to the department clerk, and you'll be assured that all the commissioners will receive any information you want to put out to us.
Yeah, and I'm not here to blame you guys. I'm not. That's not what I'm here for. Whether I know I did come to you for some stuff, but I'm coming to you now, and maybe that's my fault for it's never too late in my eyes. But we do need help, or I do need help, and that's why I'm here today to,
Okay. No, fair enough, though. I would just suggest moving forward, you can keep us in the loop, and any communication you want to get to us, please do.
Yeah.
And again, you have my number if you want to speak to me directly at any point, and if there's some concerns that the board feels need to be addressed, and if we can address those, maybe we can move from there.
Yeah, and I know the Guardians have come forward as well, with the similar issues, and so I mean it's out there. It really is. You could just Google the Connecticut Post articles. It's all in there. We just had a recent one that was posted Monday. So, it's definitely out there.
Okay.
But I appreciate your time.
We appreciate you joining us, and feel free that there's always a spot for you at every regular board meeting. Feel
Thank
free to
you.
take advantage of that. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mike.
Have a good night,
Happy
everyone.
Take care
holidays.
now.
You too.
Thanks.
Okay. We have Commissioner Farrow is with us as well, and Commissioner Lyons, who has joined us. I believe Councilwoman Michelle Lyons
I'm
wanted to
here.
address the, oh, there you are. Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't see your name. Michelle, if you're ready to go, you have the
Yes,
floor.
I just want to put in to back up the request that Paul put in for over on Merritt Street and Queen Street. We want to put a couple of signs there. The reason is, I'll tell you this, there's a lot of accidents that are happening there. So I talked to Paul and he's willing to put in these stop signs. They're not exactly stop signs. They're like to help with the traffic area there. We're gonna see if that works. Because there's a house at the end of Queen Street. This poor woman has already spent close to $10,000 because every car that comes down from Queen Street, it's like sliding down a hill. And just right, recently, I just asked Public Facilities to pre-treat that road. So this way, people during the storms, they don't keep sliding down at a quicker pace because they keep sliding into her fence. And she's hoping that they don't end up in her living room. And also, like I said, it's also a stop sign there. It's also a place where children pick up their bus stop as well. I'm sorry, I'm at a fundraiser, so I apologize. I took the time out to come and do this. Request to be processed, please.
Oh, and you spoke with the city traffic engineer already, and so
Oh.
far he's given you a favorable response?
Yes. Paula's working on all that now. We're gonna try doing something in that area. We're gonna see if that works. If not, we're gonna have to maybe try to even take more drastic measures just for
Okay.
the safety of the children and the people living in that house they're ready. They said they're gonna move. They said they can't be paying thousands of dollars every time they go. It costs them $2,500 just to fix their fence.
That's crazy.
And right now it's in Powell's hands,
Yes.
as I understand it, and as soon as we get his recommendation, we can get it on the agenda, and I'll ask the department clerk lieutenant if you could check in with Powell tomorrow and ask him if he can furnish his opinion to us before our next meeting.
That would be great, because I'm trying to get this done sooner than later, especially with this winter weather. It's not helping. I had to really react quickly the other day by putting in a request with Aaron in Public Facilities, and he was very responsive.
Mhm.
Okay?
Thank you.
Okay, great. Any questions for the councilwoman?
Nope.
Commissioner Lyons, do you have any questions for the council person? No?
Not tonight.
Yeah, not today.
He doesn't ask questions, he just listens, I think.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
any case, all right. Hey, Michelle, thanks.
Thank you very much
Get
for
back
your
to your
time.
fundraiser.
All right.
I'm sure we'll have something on the agenda for our next regular meeting, okay?
Okay, thank you very
All
much
right.
for your time.
Thank-
And
thank you now.
all
Thank
have
you.
a blessed Christmas and New
And
Year's.
yourself.
You too.
Thanks.
Okay, nothing from internal affairs this month. We'll go to actually, before we go to the clerk's report, we have, I'll take things out of order if the board won't mind. We do have a request from OPED to address the board regarding a request that they had put in for pedestrian safety enhancements on Park Avenue. And I see we have members of OPED here. Should I get Jonathan? Would you like the take the floor for starters?
Yeah, thank you all for taking the time to meet with us today. I'm Jonathan Delgado, Deputy Director for the City's Office of Planning and Economic Development, and I'm here with Andrea Daises Logo, who's our Planner 3 in the department. So if it's all right with you all, she's going to share her screen and kind of go through some of these improvements we're looking to make.
Sounds good.
Okay. Okay. So we're looking to put some stop signs, some stop for pedestrian signs, some pedestrian crossing warning signs, and to restripe crosswalks and new crosswalks. We are looking to, in Park Ave and Linden Ave, we are looking to restripe the existing crosswalks and also to put some stop for pedestrians signs in the Park Avenue. This intersection has a lot of pedestrian crossing on a day-to-day basis because of the university. And yeah, there's a need for additional signage because although there is like a pedestrian crossing warning signs, drivers like often do not yield to pedestrians. So we are looking for ways to make it more safe for pedestrians to cross. Also in Park Ave and Atlantic and Park Ave and Austin, we are looking to restripe the existing crosswalks that have faded with time. And there was another one. Yeah, and we also want to put new crosswalks on Atlantic and Austin. We want to put new crosswalks and pedestrian crossing warning signs. There are 2 bus stops there, and people often cross from one side to the intersection to the other, but there are no crosswalks and no warning for pedestrian signs. So the crossing is a hazard for pedestrians. That's like a quick summary of what we are looking to do at these intersections.
Commissioners, as you know, there's anything that has to do with signs, crosswalks, whatever requires their permission of the board. My question to you guys would be, have you reviewed this with the city traffic engineer as of yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
We thought that we would just kind of treat this as an informational meeting.
No,
You
no,
know, he's gotta review
and
it.
that's fine. I mean, the usual process is, you know, he gives us an opinion and we go from there on it. I don't know if the board would entertain approving this subject to the final approval of the city traffic engineer so they don't have to worry about coming back to us. Is that something that we might be able to entertain? Is that something that would work for you guys at OPED?
That would work for us.
Okay. Now, commissioners, any questions on the specifics that we're dealing with here? We all know the UB area is, you know, a high pedestrian area. There's on both sides of Park Avenue, UB is operating, as we know.
Yeah.
Commissioner Williams, I'm sorry, did you have a question? I don't know if you had your hand up or.
Yeah, I personally would like to review before we even put it into a motion. I understand it is, the university and high traffic area, because I know even though you have the pedestrian walks, if there's no signs, people are not going to stop. And, it might be just, simple as putting the yield signs or must, stop for the pedestrians to walk. So, I mean, just to throw this at us today, I'm not ready to.
Is, the sign that you just brought back up, stop for pedestrians within crosswalk, does that satisfy your concerns there?
No, not only that. I'm just saying, because if you don't, I'm fully aware of those, crosswalks, but if they're not accompanied by the signs as well, but people are not going to yield.
And what other signs are you referring to?
No, when you want us to vote on it today, I'm just saying my opinion. This
Okay.
was just brought to us today. We don't have anything in front of us. We didn't have an opportunity to even review it. And we're going to just vote on these things. I'm not at that point where I like to read it. I like to see it and what we're going to vote on without having the, proper procedure done. So we're overstepping the proper procedure to say, okay, we're going to vote on it. We're saying it's okay. Then you're going to take it to, and then come back, and then it's all set to go.
Hmm.
If that's what I'm hearing, correct?
To an extent,
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
I don't see any reason not to agree. I don't, and how much more, or how
I would
much-
like to review it before I vote
Okay.
on it.
Okay.
That's my opinion.
Does anybody else have any questions? And the reason I mentioned that, it was just to hopefully move things along, but does anybody else have any comments, questions? Okay. This is actually not an action item, unless somebody wants to make a motion to approve it. Otherwise, if there's no motion on the floor, we will just move along.
Move along.
Okay, no one cares to make, okay, folks, it'll be back in front of us after the city traffic engineer gives us an opinion on it. Okay, and I would hope that when it comes in your packet, please review it to the best you can, and hopefully by next month's meeting, we'll be able to give an approval on this. Fair enough?
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you all.
all right. Thank you, folks. Have a good night. Okay, we have nothing under old business, nothing under correspondence, letters of appreciation, no dealings with widows pension this evening.
Sir, you forgot the most important lines out of all.
Oh, excuse me, never
Out of
mind.
all three
right.
lines, you forgot the most important
You
one.
know that I skipped over you and I forgot to get back to you. And the most important lines are our department clerk. Lieutenant, my profound apologies.
Okay, sir.
We will move now on the clerk's report.
Mine's not really that important, but I do want to mention that you never question of female lions. We're always right. So. See, Commissioner Lyons is nodding. He knows. I'm just trying to reschedule. So unfortunately, the date that we picked for the Barrows hearings last month did not work for, I believe, the union and for the labor, even though they originally said it did. So I'm trying to pick another date for those two Barrows hearings. They did request that 3 dates because they have hearings during the day, so they know that they won't get busy at night. If possible, they said they're available January 29th, February 2nd, or February 9th. Those are the 3 dates that both the union and Attorney Cronin said they are available. And then we might have the other meeting in person that we can schedule if we want to.
Okay. So let's look at some dates. Tuesdays. January 6th does not work for me. But any other Tuesday in the month of January would work out fine.
So it's
Anybody-
not available until end of January 29th or February.
Oh, I'm sorry.
They have a lot of big labor hearings. both of
Okay.
them have
All
to
right.
attend. I apologize.
The first Tuesday in February, anything conflictive with any of the commissioners on that?
That's good here. I'm good.
Okay, and that will be in person, as you folks already know. All right, let's throw that out there and tell them that we're anxious to move on it, okay?
Yes, sir. I think the officers are as well.
All right, Lieutenant, anything else?
That is it for me. Now we
Okay.
can go.
Now we can go to like important traffic stuff, huh? Okay. All right, moving to item 8. A, we have run request to approve an installation, no parking here to corner signs 25 feet from intersection at Barnum Avenue and Harriet Street. Anybody have any questions on that, comments?
Yeah, Commissioner, they're gonna put, I was a little bit confused with this. They wanted to put the signs, it wasn't stop signs, it was actually no parking here to corner.
Yes, exactly.
I live on Harriet Street. We need those signs there.
You need the signs, okay?
Yeah,
right.
you know, what happens is I know that someone from the church requested this, I think it was the church that requested the signs because of, you know, safety concerns from traffic. They also have to take into consideration that parking there on Sundays is at a premium. And I took pictures. Unfortunately, this Sunday church was canceled because of the snowstorm. But at 9 in the morning, it's all fine and dandy. There's more than enough visibility so you could cross, you know, the 4-way cross. But once that church gets going, everybody parks up to the corner, if not beyond the corner. So I mean, I know that they want the signs there. I want the signs for the reason being that I don't want people to park, you know, past that corner. But the church needs to put their part in, since they're the ones that are requesting the signs, and let their parishioners know that they need to adhere to these signs. And because I'll take pictures for our next meeting and I'll show you how it looks, but it's
Okay.
horrendous.
All right.
But I'll
Meanwhile,
make a move.
there's a motion to approve the request for the no parking here to corner signs at the intersection of Barnum and Harriet. Is there a second?
Second.
And seconded by Commissioner Ferguson. All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed? Okay, it's unanimous. Moving on, we have 2 items under the city engineers or city traffic engineers requesting not to approve. And one is an installation of a handicap parking sign at 97 Linwood Avenue, where the city traffic engineer is recommending denial based on the fact that there is off-street parking there. The question that I personally had, it's a multifamily house. When I looked at, and unless I may have missed something, and I don't know if I can't remember if the applicant, and my apologies to the department clerk, I can't remember if the applicant stated that they had permission to park in that driveway or not.
Sir, on the application, it just says limited spaces. So it says multi-family, and then he says street parking. And then he checks, is there a driveway on the property? He says no, but the Google Maps does.
Yeah, no, there's
there's one.
definitely a driveway on the property. Okay. It is, it's a busy street. Parking is most times at a premium there. Any of the commissioners like to comment? Any questions? Okay. Is there a motion to be made? Nobody cares to make a motion? Okay.
So-
Commissioner Farrow?
Yeah, I move that we accept.
Okay, there's a motion from Commissioner Farrow to accept the report from the city traffic engineer, which is to deny the request. Is there a second?
I'll second.
It's been seconded by Commissioner Martinez. All those in favor?
Aye.
Are there any opposed?
Aye.
Okay, that motion carried. Do we have anything else? I guess not. I am silently connecting. What's your coffee cup say there, Stacy?
My coffee cup. I'm silently correcting your grammar, so be
Oh.
careful.
That's a full-time job for when I'm here.
I get yelled at for people when they speak and I
Yeah.
correct
Oh,
them. I'm
okay.
told I'm too picky. But we didn't B2. I know that we spoke about it briefly, but I just wanted to make sure I forgot if we made an actual decision on B2.
Oh, okay. On
The
B2.
stop signs that Commissioner Martinez was talking about that.
Yeah, no, the motion was to approve. And the one other thing is we did have something scheduled originally for 5:55. That was that last meeting they had regard the citizens complaint of the chief. We did get some information recently meaning today, but meanwhile it wasn't in our hands certainly early enough, so that 5-minute meeting was canceled, which we need to probably reschedule. I don't want to wait until we're all in person in the first Tuesday of February, but can we work on getting a quorum together? And again, it has to be in person to vote on this issue. And I would, I know the holidays are pretty much upon us, but if anybody is available, and what's the notice on a special meeting, Lieutenant? Is it 24 or 48 hours?
I believe it's got to be posted 24 hours, but
Okay. I was gonna shoot for like Thursday, late afternoon, early evening. Is Monday something that's possible? If we can get a commitment from 4 commissioners, we can at least move this business.
I could do it.
I could do it.
Monday, all right, we have 2 Monday at anytime after 4, let's say.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Perfect
Does
for me.
that work? Does that work for everybody? Again, we just have to do it in person at 999 Broad. So why don't we set something out for Monday at 4 o'clock? If it ends up being a little bit later, we just can't do it earlier. If commissioners are running late, we can keep coordinated and converge at the right time. Like I said, it should be just a few minutes. Meanwhile, I will I'm sorry, Lieutenant, if you did, I'm not sure if were you forwarded the information this afternoon?
yes, sir, I was, and I will
Okay.
confirm a place to meet, hopefully 999 Broad.
Okay, all
tomorrow.
right. And if you could email the commissioners with the information that we've gotten from Mr. Amato, I'd appreciate that. And okay, so we're gonna send notice out for Monday at 4 o'clock, and if for some reason we have to do it a little bit later, please let us know. But 4 o'clock works for everybody. I'm sorry, Lieutenant, does 4 o'clock work for you? Okay.
Yes, sir, 4 o'clock's perfect.
Okay, thanks. I appreciate that. All right. Unless there's anything else, we'll see you next Monday. I'd say Merry Christmas and all that other good stuff, but we're going to see you on Monday before that.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So we'll reserve the Merry Christmas stuff until Monday. All right. Anybody care to make a motion to adjourn?
Sure.
Move.
It's been moved by Commissioner Farrow, seconded by the 2 gentlemen on the screen. And all those in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay, all right.
Mm.
We are adjourned. Thank you, guys.
Good night,
Have a
guys.
good one.
See ya.
Mike.
Bye.
Thanks, Dolores.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Dolores.
No problem.
Mike. Okay. Like, you gotta get somebody.